to approach the crescendo of horror in this play, and it is that from the torture, he's released the valve, Shakespeare, a little bit, but he's going to stitch it up. And how do you stitch up structurally? How do you stitch up the pain for the audience? Well, as I've mentioned you, some critics talk about the mixture of humor here. You know, some critics rejected that. They rejected Lear as not working. Tate pulled out the fool, turned it into a comedy, to give that clear line. Because the messiness, the intermingling of genre, let's say, that Shakespeare did, they kind of upset people, critics, not paying audience. When tastes changed and we rediscovered Lear as a culture, let's say, all of its roughness and mixing, we understood that humor, well, I would argue that the humor here is built to make us feel something more. And I think Shakespeare inbuilts the hope here also, not only to mess with the audience, to make them think of that original happy ending in Leir, the original play, but to really get to the depth of tragedy. I think you don't simply go down and make things worse and worse and worse. You have the possibility that things are going to get better. And here it really is. Cordelia has Lear. They wake him. Do you know me? You are a spirit. I know. When did you die? Leave him alone. He's still in his state, let's say. Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight? I'm mightily abused. I should even die with pity to see another thus. I don't know what to say. I will not swear these are my hands, as Macbeth says in the play later. But, where? Who, in a way? Remember, who is this? Lear's shadow. He is disjointed from self. I feel this pinprick. Oh, so pain, physical. Oh, look on me, sir, and hold your hands in benediction over me. No, sir, you must not kneel. He knelt in mockery to Regan. Here, it is a ceremony. Truly, he means it. Because he sees her. He sees Cordelia. He recognizes her. And it takes him some time, like it took him some time to get to Gloucester, but he gets there cleaner and quicker. Don't make fun of me because I'm old and foolish. And I know my mind is undone. But I think I know you, and I think I know this guy, even though I don't know where I am. And I didn't know where I slept last night. Don't laugh at me. But I think this is Cordelia, my daughter. And so I am the repetition, the reassurance. Be your tears wet? Yes, Faith, I pray, weep not. If you have poison for me, I'll drink it. I know you do not love me. For your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause, they have not. So look, you don't love me. It's okay. So if you want me to die, I'll just die. They've really hurt me. And I'd say one of the greatest lines in the play from Cordelia, no cause, echoes the love test. I have no cause to say how much I love you. I have no cause. This is nothing. There's nothing. There's no cause against you. Beautiful, simple, repetition, gorgeous. Shakespeare, wow. Works. Am I in France? No. in your own kingdom. This is your place. This island is yours. Don't make fun of me. Be comforted, good madam. The great rage, just like the storm, is killed in him. And yet it is danger to make him over the time he has lost. Desire him to go in, trouble him no more till further settling. Settle him down. This is now an old man in a rage, calming. You know, it's so domestic. It's something where all families perhaps are familiar with. It becomes so intimate, you know. That's why, again, as James Shapiro says in this play, the cosmological, the political, and the domestic all intermingle. Domestic, the family, the political, at the level of the government, and then almost at the point of like being, God's nature, existence. All of this just, we shift modes in this play. Here, in that small doctor's speech, we get the domestic. Do you want to walk? You must bear with me. Pray you now forget and forgive. I am fooled. I'm old and foolish. This is huge, huge. If you have sympathy for Lear, he's realized his mistakes. When done properly, this scene is very moving and tear-inducing, and you want to believe it's all going to be okay. And it should be, really. It should be. Shakespeare's a cruel, cruel man for pulling, you know, as Samuel Johnson said, you know, losing all objectivity. There's no justification for the killing of Cordelia. She's done nothing. It doesn't make sense. It's too much. This too much is something that a lot of critics think about, and you need to think about yourself. Where does your sympathy lie? How is Shakespeare structuring the play to manipulate those? Can you see it in more than one way? I think that's the crucial question. In 5-3, now Lear and Cordelia have been caught, and they're Edmund's prisoners. And Edmund's going to go above and beyond by signing them off for death. And Cordelia's ready to meet these daughters and these sisters. And Lear's, no, come on. Let's go instead, let's go to prison and sing like two birds in the cage. This is the birdcage speech. He imagines them together. When thou dost ask me blessing, I'll kneel down and ask thee forgiveness. We will play rituals, you know. They'll sing, they'll play at blessing and forgiveness, and we'll live and pray and sing and tell old tales and laugh at gilded butterflies and hear poor rogues talk of court news, gossip. And we'll talk with them too. Who loses and who wins, who's in, who's out, and take upon the mystery of things, as if we were God's spies. And we'll wear out in a walled prison packs and sects of great one that ebb and flow by the moon. Oh, it's so beautiful. This image of care and isolation. It was his fantasy to be with her, to have her care for him. Nursery, I think he says. But, you know, for those critics who find it really disturbing, like Harold Bloom, even to think about this, I push back, okay? There's something about the intimacy with his daughter that makes me think of, he was motivated maybe out of jealousy in 1-1. And what he really wanted was Cordelia all to himself. I mean, look at that image of the birdcage and imagine Cordelia married. Imagine someone else there. Could he even tolerate it? We don't know, but I'm just saying there's a lot of different motivations and ideas that come out in the language and imagery. Take them away. Upon such sacrifices, my Cordelia, the gods themselves throw incense. So is he saying the gods are smiling on them? That they'll be the spies of gods? It seems like a really positive vision here. Have I caught thee? What, like a butterfly? I mean, what, like a butterfly? It's beautiful, and I think you can complicate it. He that parts us shall bring a brand from heaven and fire us hence like foxes. Stop crying, wipe thine eyes. The good years shall devour them. Flesh and fell, ere they shall make us weep. We'll see him starve first. Come. There's hope. Is it pretend? Is he still mad? Is he delusional? What is this? What is happening for Lear? And I'm just going to save the final scene for the next video, because when we see them next, it is this horrific ending to the play.